Hey guys, it's me and I'm back for another YouTube video. How you doing? It's been 2 weeks, 3 weeks since I last uploaded, but that's how busy my life is currently because I have my GCSE mocks to get to. And today is a new kind of series I'm doing, and it's called the Let's Talk About Fandoms series. And today we are going to be talking about the new Amazon Prime TV show, Good Omens. I love this show so much, I've watched it twice already. The TV show Good Omens is based off the best-selling book Good Omens, The Nice and Accurate Prophecies of Agnes Nutter by Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman. So this is the actual cover of the TV show version. But it's a really good book. I haven't started reading it yet. I haven't read it yet, sorry. But I hope to soon. So Amazon Prime is just loaded. So this is Good Omens. 6 episodes, each around an hour long, and I've watched the full series twice in about a week. So to say I love this show is an understatement. Okay, so I'm just going to read you what Amazon says here. It says, "The end of the world is coming, which means a fussy angel and a loose living demon who've become overly fond of life on Earth are forced to form an unlikely alliance to stop Armageddon. But they have lost the Antichrist, an 11-year-old boy unaware he's meant to bring upon the end of days, forcing them to embark on an adventure to find him and save the world before it's too late." Now, there is a massive spoiler warning for this video, because if you haven't watched the TV show and you plan on it, what I'm going to be talking about is gonna spoil the entire show, and you might not want to end up watching it anymore. If you have Amazon Prime, just watch it. It's honestly worth it. I hope there's gonna be a season 2 in the future, because the show is that good. Anyway, we're just gonna get on with it. Now, I'm not gonna be talking about the book. I'm gonna be talking about the TV show, because, like I said, I haven't read the book yet. But the book follows a very similar storyline to the show, but there are adjustments made to the show. Now, again, spoiler warning. I'm just going to give you guys a few seconds to leave if you haven't watched the show already and you want to go in without any spoilers. Okay, now, for those of you who have stayed, hello. So I have my phone here because I can't remember everything that go around. As you've seen on the cover and as you've seen everywhere, because the show has been heavily advertised on YouTube and TV, and I don't know where, on buses and on things on bus stops. So yeah, if you haven't seen one of those, unlucky, and I literally just showed you. But the TV show does star actors David Tennant and Michael Sheen as the lead roles. David Tennant plays the demon Crowley. Ow. Still on something sharp. And Michael Sheen plays the angel Aziraphale. So, you know, the story is okay, so it's these two friends, Aziraphale and Crowley. Obviously, Crowley is the demon, Aziraphale's the angel, blah, yada, yada, yada. So we start off the TV show with, I'm not going to go through everything in detail, I'm going to whiz through everything, but the TV show starts with these, scenes, and you've got God talking over. I'm not that much of a religious person, but it is really interesting the way that they did it. Starts with God explaining the universe and saying how it's a Libra, I think. But yeah, anyway, after all that exposition kind of stuff, we get to the first actual proper scene in the show, and we see the Garden of Eden, and we see Eve pick the apple. You know, the show, end of story, has some of the best cinematography I've seen in a TV show for years. Supernatural, yeah, it's really good cinematography. Doctor Who has really good cinematography as well. It's up there with the really big TV shows. So yeah, we go to the Garden of Eden, and we see the snake, we see the apple and everything, and they stick to the whole theory that Adam and Eve were black. So it's really nice to see, because in media you always see a white Adam and Eve. It's really nice to see a black Adam and Eve, and how they think they actually might have looked, which is really nice to see. So we see them, and they leave the Garden of Eden, and we see Aziraphale, the angel, standing on the walls of Eden, watching Adam and Eve leave. Adam and Eve leaving, and we see the snake come up and joins Aziraphale, and that snake turns out to be Crowley, which is a really good reveal. We love that, we stan. And they look upon Adam and Eve as Adam is fighting like a lion away with Aziraphale's flaming sword, and Eve is pregnant. So we meet the angels, well, Angel and the demon, and they kind of have a bit of, like, well, you know, stuck up. That's kind of the word I'd use to describe Aziraphale. He's kind of a little stuck up, blah blah blah. Anyway, so then after all that Garden of Eden scene and then that scene with the two, we then skip forward to 11 years ago, so our time, then 11 years ago after that, and we see a car blasting Bohemian Rhapsody, the line Beelzebub, with that bit in it, is in there, and, you know, driving up, and he's come to, it's Crowley, and he's come to collect the Antichrist, because downstairs told him, you know what, you're going to be the dude to do the Antichrist stuff. So the two demons hand Crowley the Antichrist, and we then skip. I'm skipping a little bit because we don't need to know about the driving scene. So two families, well, two pregnant women, both in labour, turn up to this hospital run by satanic nuns, and the Antichrist is meant to go to the American family. Again, spoilers if you haven't left What Is Wrong With You, but so the child is meant to go to the American family, but ends up being handed to the English family, and there's a whole mix up. You know, poor thing, because some of the nuns don't know there was an accidental mix-up. The American boy gets called Warlock, and then the British boy gets called, well, the actual Antichrist gets called Adam. And then we, like, you know, we see Aziraphale and Crowley again, and they talk. You know, we find out that in this time we have, you know, Aziraphale runs a bookshop, and he has, like, first editions, signs, blah 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 blah, and Crowley, you know, his plants grow better. You'll get it if you watch the TV show. But yeah, at this time they're unaware that a mistake has been made. I threw my phone, that was a bad idea. They're unaware, both of them are unaware that a mistake is made, so they help raise the American child and go, well, if we teach him to be good and bad, both will cancel out and he'll just be normal. So on the kid's 11th birthday, they expect the Hellhound to come along, and the Hellhound never turns up to the American family's house, and they start to worry, and the angels and demons are like, you know, the Hellhound should be there. What, is he with you? Is he with the kid? And Crowley ends up lying. He's like, oh yeah, he's a very hellish Hellhound, you know, yeah, lying. And we actually see 11-year-old Adam on his birthday in Tadsfield. I want to say Tadsfield, but I really want to say Tadsfield, but I have a feeling I'm wrong. Let me just double check. Yeah, Tadfield. Yeah. Yeah, we see that. The Hellhound arrives. Adam calls him dog. The Hellhound turns into a normal dog, and blah, blah, blah. Skip. Crowley and Amenadiel. I almost called him Amenadiel. Complete wrong fandom. Crowley and Aziraphale, sorry, now have no idea where the actual Antichrist is. They don't find out until like episode 3. We're gonna skip a bunch. We get introduced to more characters. We get introduced to Newton, Pulsifer, and Witchfinder Shadwell, who's a funny character. We love him, and Anathema, who is a descendant of Agnes Nutter, who was a witch who was sentenced because she had like really accurate like visions of the future, and wrote the book, and the nice and accurate prophecies of Agnes Nutter and her descendant Anathema, or however the hell you pronounce her name, follows these prophecies to, find out what's going on in the world, blah, blah, blah. And again, we meet Adam, Anathema meets Adam, Crowley hits Anathema with a car. Right, I'm going to explain to you about my favourite episode. We're going to skip episode 2. No offence, kind of boring. Favourite episode is episode 3, and I'll tell you why. Because the opening scenes, well, I say opening scenes, I can't actually remember the full order of the show. There's scenes, a bunch of scenes, one after the other, I'm pretty sure it's at the beginning, of Aziraphale and Crowley's friendship throughout the years, and it's like, them in France, and Crowley's about to get his head chopped off, and they're at the Globe Theatre, the first showing of Hamlet, and nobody's really there, and that kind of thing. And it's really nice, their friendship, it's really sweet, it's cute, I ship it. But it's just my favourite because it shows that, like, no matter what, like, happens, Crowley and Aziraphale are still friends, like, even if they are not meant to be friends, because they are an angel and a demon, and it's like, but it's really sweet because Aziraphale believes he can still see the good in Crowley, and he's like, you were an angel once, and Crowley gets really mad, blah blah blah. Yeah, so we skip, and then we meet like the 4 horsemen. Pestilence is somehow retired, although I thought that the 4 horsemen couldn't age, but anyway, Pestilence retires and get replaced by Pollution, so we have famine, pollution, war, and death. Yeah. And they obviously go to where Adam is and not the American family, and again, fun. But I think the really sweet thing is there's like, right, major spoilers here. So the 4 horsemen get defeated, and then Beelzebub and the Archangel Gabriel come to a place where they are ready for like Armageddon to start, blah blah blah, and Adam refuses, and they're like, do it, and it turns out like they're talking about the great plan, God's great plan, blah blah blah, and Aziraphale and Crowley thought it was a good idea to talk about the ineffable plan, ineffable? Yeah, I think that's how you say it, ineffable plan, and they get really frustrated, and Beelzebub tells Satan himself, Lucifer, that his son, the Antichrist Adam, isn't listening to orders and isn't doing what he's meant to, and we see Satan arrive, and he's massive, Benedict Cumberbatch. So I can't like get over the fact that Benedict Cumberbatch is Satan. And Adam defeats him. Is like, you're not my dad. You're not my dad. A dad doesn't wait until their kid is 11 years old just to turn up and say that they did something wrong. And then Satan is defeated, goes back into his little ground thing back in hell, and Adam's earthly dad comes along in his little car and goes, Adam, what the hell is going on? And it's just really sweet, and the show closes with oh my god, my favourite bit in episode 6 is the fact, major spoilers, Aziraphale and Crowley switch. So Crowley ends up going to heaven, like looking like Aziraphale, I think I said that right. Crowley, looking like Aziraphale, goes up to heaven and accepts the punishment, which is death by fire. But guess what? It's not actually Aziraphale, it's Crowley. So the fire doesn't affect him, and down in hell you have Aziraphale being like Crowley, and the death sentence is death by holy water, and angels aren't affected by holy water, and he asks for a rubber duck, which is really funny. And that's just like my favourite bit, and then it's like ends, and it's like they're having a laugh with each other about it, about what happened, you know, them switching and being each other's like, and then we end the show with Anathema and Newton being a couple, burning the further nice and accurate prophecies of Agnes Nutter. The saga continues, because Anathema doesn't want to be a descendant her whole entire life. She doesn't want to follow the orders, and she wants to live her own life. We see Adam again. He eats an apple off this guy's tree, and the guy's like, "Arr!" which is a nice call to the opening. And Crowley and Aziraphale are dining in the Ritz, and there's a song that plays at the end, and I can't remember what it is. It's like a nightingale? Something? I don't know. Let me just find it. This is going to take forever. I'll just explain. So they're there. It's like to the world, to, cheers. It's really cute. They're dining together, and the song "A Nightingale Sang in Berkeley Square" plays, and the show ends, and it's really nice. I just want to quickly talk about the opening sequence, like the title screens. It's amazing. The animation's amazing. It's cute. It's funny. It's brilliant. And obviously, I've missed out so many things about the show because I don't want to spoil too much. Although I don't say. And I want some. Even if you've seen the show, or you've watched this and you still haven't seen the show, and now you're like, oh, I want to go see the show. I haven't spoiled too much. You'd still have some of the scenes where it's like, oh, this is cool, and oh, this is interesting, and oh, what's going on here? Obviously, I left out a few characters as well, because it's fun. Oh yeah, Crowley's car gets caught on fire on the... and he's just like, you're not failing me, and he just carries on driving through this fire, and it's like, he drives all the way to Tadfield in this burning car with the Queen song "I'm in Love with My Car" playing in the background, obviously. And it's overall a good TV show. The effects were way better than I was expecting. The animation's good. The effects are good. The cinematography is good. The music choice is good, because every episode there's 2 Queen songs. So good choice, good music. I mean, even the music which isn't Queen is good. It just fits the show perfectly. The cast is amazing and perfect. I couldn't imagine anybody else in these parts. The Doctor finally got to be Ginger! Yes! David Tennant, until Matt Smith became the Doctor, was my favourite Doctor. And I mean favourite. I would do anything for that guy. I still would. David Tennant and Matt Smith are drawn together now, in my favourites, because Good Omens is making me appreciate David Tennant more. So they're tie for favourite Doctor now. But on a serious note, both Tennant and Sheen portray the characters perfectly. Amazing. I recommend the show to anyone who has Amazon Prime, who is able to watch it. As I was saying, I really do recommend the show. I can't record video on this anymore because I ran out of storage space, and I don't have storage space on my other phone. So you're just going to have to put up with the voiceover. I'll put a picture of Good Omens on there or whatever. But yeah, like I was saying, I recommend the show to any of those people who want to watch it, and it's just brilliant. I also recommend to read the book. I'm going to start reading that soon. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, attack that like button with your likes, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell next to it to get notified every time I upload a video. My video uploading schedule will be a bit iffy at the moment because, like I said at the beginning, I have my mock exams going on, but I promise I will upload more in the summer holidays. that's it. Also, don't forget to comment down below if there's any other fandoms you would like me to cover in this new series. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you next one. Bye!
But you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare.